The 2020 COVID bump for golf courses, Video 5. MMC's no-risk, self-funding, turnkey golfer acquisition and retention, marketing and sales system, designed for long-term sustainable growth. Growing any business requires a plan, a strategy. If you went to a bank seeking a loan to purchase a business, they will expect you to provide them with your business plan, and they will want to see it address the next 5 years at a minimum. Operating a golf course requires the same in-depth planning, not wishful thinking, and definitely not a plan based on hope. A solid business plan based in reality, backed up by data, and preferably a proven track record. The COVID bump has been a godsend to a lot of golf courses, but if operators are not proactive in engaging and locking up long-term relationships with these new players, they will be destined to relive the early 2000s. Chuck sees this all of the time with his own clients. MMC launches the cash campaign, and soon, the owners' and managers' worries all disappear and are forgotten because there is a surplus of golfers and the money is flowing like wine. What these owners fail to see is, this too shall pass. These golfers will only stay around if they are engaged and are conditioned. This is only a process that can be achieved by the course's staff. MMC staff cannot run the day-to-day operations and implement all of the things necessary to keep the business on its upward trajectory. MMC does 99% of the work during the cash campaign as well as during the EFT, elite and ambassador campaigns. But when it comes to everyday operations, the operators must take the helm and steer the ship in the right direction. MMC will provide all of the training and materials, but the operator must implement and enforce them for the business to be successful and sustain the growth. Yes, MMC can always design and launch another marketing campaign, but as Chuck stated in a previous video in this series, the first campaign always yields more customers than the succeeding campaigns. The correct approach is to follow the entire strategy and not just rest on your laurels once the cash campaign comes to an end. Growing a business is not a one-and-done proposition. Growing a business is like farming. There is a season for planting, a season for maintenance, and a season for harvesting. Operators must be forward-thinking at all times. The great thing is, Chuck has done everything for you. He truly has made it as simple as 1, 2, and 3. Follow his program to grow the game and develop players to the T. Do not try to reinvent the wheel and do not skip steps. Chuck has laid out financial success on a platinum platter for your consumption. Just take your seat at the table and bon appetit. Year 1, launch MMC's 3-year cash campaign. Immediately at the conclusion of the campaign, start with the Locking Up Golf Relationships video series. Study one video and the relative material each week for 62 consecutive weeks, immediately incorporating and implementing the system into your daily operations. Year 2, launch MMC's 3-year EFT campaign. Begin the Low to No Cost Marketing Strategies video series. Study one video and the relative material each week for 56 consecutive weeks, immediately incorporating and implementing the system into your daily operations. Year 3, launch MMC's Elite campaign as well as the Ambassador campaign 4 months apart. Review the Locking Up Golf Relationships video series as well as the video series on low to no cost marketing strategies. Year 4, launch MMC's 2-year cash campaign. Immediately at the conclusion of the campaign, start the Locking Up Golf Relationships video series. Study one video and the relative material each week for 62 consecutive weeks, immediately incorporating and implementing the system into your daily operations. Year 5, launch MMC's 2-year EFT campaign. Review again the Low to No Cost Marketing Strategies video series. Remember, repetition is the mother of skill. Study one video and the relative material each week for 56 consecutive weeks, immediately incorporating and implementing the system into your daily operations. Year 6, launch MMC's Elite campaign as well as the Ambassador campaign 4 months apart. Review the Locking Up Golf Relationships video series as well as the video series on low to no cost marketing strategies. In the 7th year, the entire process can be repeated with one crucial difference. All of the prices must be increased according to the current economic climate. This must be done by feel. This number cannot be predetermined. Everything, and Chuck means everything, must be analyzed to ensure the best outcome. As Chuck stated in the first video of this series, there are 2 forms of growth: organic and artificial. After the acquisition of the golfers, you must be prepared to engage, lock up, and cultivate long-term relationships with these new players no matter how they were acquired. Lightning rarely strikes twice in the same spot. As powerful as MMC's campaigns are, they will rarely, if ever, produce the same number of golfers their second, third, and fourth time. You must go as deep as you can into the first campaign and immediately incorporate the consumer development strategies to keep the new golfers engaged. All additional campaigns after the first cash campaign are launched must be viewed as support campaigns to compensate for the churn rate. In many cases, the second cash campaign will produce as much or even more revenue, but rarely, if ever, will it produce more players. This is why Chuck tells everyone he speaks to partner today with MMC, because you always want to be the first one at the table in your market. Here are just a few of the people and institutions who need to seriously consider adding MMC's locking up golf relationships and low to no cost marketing strategies to their core curriculum and/or training programs. If you are the president of a school responsible for students leaving your institution with the skill set that will not only make them employable, but will also assist them in becoming gainfully employed. If you are the head of an organization responsible for your members' future. If you are an owner tired of struggling day to day just to make ends meet. If you are an owner with an enormously successful course, you'll want to provide your staff with these programs to ensure continued growth. If you operate a Muni facility or a member-owned facility, a private course, a public course, a semi-private course, a resort property, a 9-hole, an 18-hole, a 27-hole, or 36-hole golf course, you want to own this roadmap to success. If you're unemployed, underemployed, or just want to be the very best you can be, you want to own this program. The MMC Golfer Acquisition and Retention System is everything you need to grow the game, your business, and your golf career today. Raise $250,000 with no money down in just 90 days for your golf course by locking up relationships with casual and non-golfers. MMC, the golf marketing company that hits 'em straight. To learn more, go to www.golfmarketingmmc.com and watch additional videos. You may also call MMC's office at 904-217-3762, 877-620-8135. or send an email to chuck@mmctoday.com. Be sure to pick up a copy of Chuck's book, recently renamed Golf: The Untapped Market Penetrating the Casual and Non-Golfer Segments on Amazon.com, product number 17363-18519. MMC, the golf marketing company that hits 'em straight. Raise $250,000 in immediate cash in just 90 days. Call MMC today. 904-217-3762, 877-620-8135. Chuck@mmctoday.com.